بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. One of the most incredible things with regards to the advent of the era of the Mahdi, the era of justice and equity, the era of divine intervention, and the prevention and eradication of injustice and oppression, is that you and I can all play a role in bringing about this phenomenon. You might say, how? And the answer lies in a beautiful hadith in which Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam addresses one of his companions, al-Mufaddil ibn Umar. Al-Mufaddil says to the Imam, Ya Mawlai, فَكَيْفَ بَدُؤُ ظُهُورِ الْمَهْدِي? What is the beginning of the return and the reappearance of the Mahdi? How would you describe that? The Imam says, and I want you to listen carefully. He says, Ya Mufaddil, يظهر في شبهة ليستبين فيعلو ذكره ويظهر أمره. The Imam says that when he reappears, his name will be recognizable. People will already know him, or at least know of him, but it's more specific than that. وَيُنَادِي بِإِسْمِهِ وَكُنْيَتِهِ وَنَسَبِهِ أو يُنَادَى. He will be addressed by his name and by his lineage. In other words, people at that time won't just be talking about some awaited savior in a generic way. People will recognize the Mahdi himself, our Mahdi. ينادى باسمه وكنيته ونسبه ويكثر ذلك على أفواه المحقين والمبطلين. As a matter of fact, the Imam says that the mention and citation of his name will become abundant, not just by those who are with the truth, but also those who are on falsehood. In other words, the good and the bad will be talking about the Mahdi. Imagine. وَالْمُوَافِقِينَ وَالْمُخَالِفِينَ. Those who are allied with him as well as those who are opposed to him. لِتَلْزَمَهُمُ الْحُجَّةُ بِمَعْرِفَتِهِمْ بِهِ. So that when he does reappear, it'll become manifest. The truth will become clear as daylight. Now, what does that mean, my dear brothers and sisters? It means that for the advent of the Mahdi, for the reappearance of our Savior, he needs to become recognizable. His name has to become widespread. People should know him, which means that you and I can all play a role in this. The more we speak about the Mahdi, the more we tell people about him and his mission, the more we create awareness about him, the closer the return will be. We all have a role to play in this. We can do this with our friends, acquaintances, through social media and other platforms, which are filled with garbage. We could actually use all of these to our advantage. When we tell people about the Imam, when we create awareness about him, we are doing exactly what the Imam is telling us about in this hadith to al-Mufaddil ibn Umar. And in doing so, we are bringing the return of the Savior closer to our time, insha'Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.